It's just going to be one. Right, so that's good for the Gaul Gladiators. Taylor's down the non-striker's end.
See, Mickey Arthur made the point about how well Shiraz has performed to the next level. So I'm hoping that he'll be able to kind of achieve that, absorb the pressure, learn, and just get better at the end of this LPL.
Well, that's what the LPL does, is you want it to bridge and create.
Just a hard catch straight back at him. Didn't quite stick.
I agree with you there, Hazy. He's shown a lot of character in this over, and if you look at the bowling sheet, he's going to bowl the 20th over as well, and he's going to learn. He's going to learn from this experience, and if he takes the positives out of it, and it makes him a better bowler down the line, then he's all good for this experience.
Basically, set it to where you want it.
Can he finish strong?
We're going to take ours and stretch it out for that one.
Just a little bit too wide. He's
pretty much
clearly trying to hit those or that line that's very wide of the off stump that a lot of the bowlers like to try and bowl at.
All right,
this time of the innings, so they could just jam up one side of the ground.
At all. So what we want to do now is make this text scroll.
But just looking at the field, Hazy, I'm not sure. Feed off inside the circle.
Right-click on that layer and go to filters.
I guess that wide, I think he's going to go more square rather than straight though. Single only.
You'll see this window here.
The important thing, what he's trying not to do is to drag it on the leg side. What he's trying not to do.
Yeah, Shane Afridi almost hedging his bets there, because if he goes wide, he's got the man at sort of a wideish third man, and the guy deep extra cover. But then he has the fine leg, the guy out at deep mid wicket, and the guy out at long on. So it's a kind of hedge your bets field, really.
Taylor on strike, last ball. Nicely bowled.
Scroll speed.
He's done a good job there, just 7 from it. That's pretty tidy stuff for over number 18.
And as you can
178
see,
for 4.
Now scrolling.
যার যেমন পছন্দ নিমিষেই তৈরি মজাদার বসুন্ধরা নুডলস, ইয়াম্মি স্বাদে পুষ্টির বাহার।
ঘোলা, উফ, ঘোলা ঘোলা, সব পরিষ্কার, আরো পরিষ্কার।
ভিশন টিভিতে আরো পরিষ্কার ছবি উপভোগ করতে 4K অ্যান্ড্রয়েড মডেলের সাথে আকাশ ডিটিএইচ কানেকশন একদম ফ্রি।
যখনই বকোয়াস তখনই মুখে দিন গোল্ড মার্কেট সুগার কোটেড কুরমুরে বিস্কুট পপস।
5 টাকার কুরমুরে পপস, সব বকোয়াস বন্ধ।
একটাই ফ্রিজ, ভিশনটার নাম, সেরা ফ্রিজ, সংসার সাজানো।
ভিশন রেফ্রিজারেটর, সব সময় সতেজ খাবার।
ক্যাশ আউট চার্জটাও দিস, 20 টাকা কিন্তু।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
I guess if you're not playing really good cricket, you might end up towards the bottom of any Fair Play Award. This is the Cycle Incense Fair Play Award table as it stands at the moment, and these two teams, Gladiators and the Tuskers, at 4 and 5 respectively.
One of the issues that's bugging some of the teams in this LPL has been the balance and has been the combinations that they've picked. We've spoken about how good Jaffna Stallions are because they seem to have really got their act together. They knew exactly the type of balance, the combinations they have. But look at where Gaul Gladiators are today. They don't have an extra bowling option. So they're kind of curtailed for many reasons. I mean, international players weren't available.
Oh, that's fine. And down the third man for a boundary. Third man inside the circle. Fine leg was back. Scooted down in that vacant region for a boundary smartly.
And I think just, yep, that's another look, but just expanding a little bit on that point. even double the Viking today. I think they struggled big time when you look at the combination they had on the park. So that's, I think, an area they'll have to pay a lot of attention going forward.
Yeah, I think a lot were hamstrung as well by the fact that they had picked overseas marquee players who then became unavailable due for various reasons. Just talking about overseas marquee players, Hazy, a guy that we know very well comes into this Candy Tuskers side in about 7 days' time, and he's going to make a significant difference to it in Dale Steyn.
Yeah, maybe earlier, Dale Steyn, maybe earlier.
So also the other thing, have unfortunately in the new normal, the prevailing conditions, the prevailing.
Have we got a Bale that's flashing randomly? Looks like we might have a rogue Bale. There we go, swap it over, make sure things are okay. Stumps and the bowls need to be charged every night. Takes a few hours to charge them. Let's look at the wickets that have gone down so far. Pereira is always a very big wicket. Try to go over the top. Good catch in the end. A little bit of a swerve on that. Mendes caught by Afridi. Sharp catch from Afridi. Mendes will be disappointed in the fact that he's out, and that was the last to go. Kaminda Mendes. Mohamed Amir was the man that picked up that last wicket. He's got 1 for 25 at the moment. He's got 4 balls left in his spell.
This is the thing with technology, isn't it? If it was just the good old wooden Bale, we wouldn't be having this break in play now.
That's the colour he takes.
Got to move with the game though, Mickey. Come on, move with the game.
Yeah, I heard Mark Nicholas and JP Dimley talking about the modern game and how it's changed the pace of cricket last night.
Squeezed away square. Well attacked. Right, so we've got to try and find out where the boundaries can come, because they need to come now, because there's no doubt they've slowed down a little bit, these Tuskers. That extra cushion of 20 runs that I was talking about earlier because of the dew looks like it's not going to come into play the way they've gone about things the last couple of overs. 17 fours and 8 sixes. There's always boundaries over the top of extra cover. Third man, obviously. Oh, that's where he's looking. Third man was inside the circle. That's always a temptation.
What Amir's trying to do here is to create some pressure with a good 19th over. But what will be important now for the Gladiators is to just ensure that the finish is good, the 20th over now. He's bowled 4 balls for 6 runs. He could get through the next 2 cheap. Then it's a big opportunity to try and finish off well.
One stage, I reckon they're looking around about the 210, 215 mark. Has that gone over the top for 4? Chases on. Has gone for 4. That's nicely played in the end. They'll be happy with that boundary, the last ball.
Great innovation. Brendan Taylor. And that is definitely a mile 11 circle champion shot. Look at this again. Just watched it all the way. Beautiful ramp. Couple of bounces.
The interesting thing that with Amir, who by the way I think's bowled really, really well tonight, was he's got his third man up. So that needed to be leg side of Brendan Taylor. So he brought his deep
ভিশন প্যাডেলস্টল ফ্যান এর 99.9% পিওর কপার আর অ্যারোডাইনামিক ব্লেড বিশুদ্ধ বাতাস ছড়িয়ে দেবে সবখানে। ভিশন প্যাডেলস্টল ফ্যান, সময়টুক স্বস্তির সুবাতাসে।
বসুন্ধরা এলপি গ্যাস পরপর 2 বার অর্জন করেছে আন্তর্জাতিক শ্রেষ্ঠত্বের স্বীকৃতি সুপার ব্র্যান্ড অ্যাওয়ার্ড।
কোনো উন্নয়নে আপোষ করেনি বাংলাদেশ, কোয়ালিটিতে দেয়নি বিন্দুমাত্র ছাড়। আর এই উন্নত বাংলাদেশের সুরক্ষায় আপোষহীনভাবে সাথে আছে বিজলি কেবলস। বিজলি কেবলসে ফায়ার রিটার্ডেন্ট ইনসুলেশন ব্যবহার করায় বৈদ্যুতিক দুর্ঘটনা হতে নিরাপদ রাখে। বিজলি কেবলস, নিরাপদ সংযোগে সমৃদ্ধ জীবন।
শেষ হয়ে গেলাম ভাই, ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1020 টাকা দিতে।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
ভিশন স্মার্ট ওয়াইফাই এসি যা লং ডিস্টেন্স থেকেই কন্ট্রোল করা যায়। এর গোল্ডেন ফিন ও 3D এয়ার ফ্লো সিস্টেম ঘরকে মুহূর্তেই করে ঠান্ডা। ইনভার্টার কম্প্রেসর 10 বছরের রিপ্লেসমেন্ট ওয়ারেন্টি।
যেভাবে চাই হবে, যখন চাই হবে, যত্ন প্রিয় মুখে প্রিয় স্বাদ। ইয়ামি স্বাদে, ইয়ামি 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 স্বাদে পুষ্টির বাহার।
যার যেমন পছন্দ নিমিষেই তৈরি মজাদার বসুন্ধরা নুডলস। ইয়াম্মি স্বাদে পুষ্টির বাহার।
এর গোল্ডেন ফিন ও 3D এয়ার ফ্লো সিস্টেম ঘরকে মুহূর্তেই করে ঠান্ডা। ইনভার্টার কম্প্রেসর 10 বছরের রিপ্লেসমেন্ট ওয়ারেন্টি।
যেভাবে চাই হবে, যখন চাই হবে, যত্ন প্রিয় মুখে প্রিয় স্বাদ। ইয়ামি স্বাদে, ইয়ামি 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 স্বাদে পুষ্টির বাহার।
যার যেমন পছন্দ নিমিষেই তৈরি মজাদার বসুন্ধরা নুডলস। ইয়াম্মি স্বাদে পুষ্টির বাহার।
এর গোল্ডেন ফিন ও 3D এয়ার ফ্লো সিস্টেম ঘরকে মুহূর্তেই করে ঠান্ডা। ইনভার্টার কম্প্রেসর 10 বছরের রিপ্লেসমেন্ট ওয়ারেন্টি।
যেভাবে চাই হবে, যখন চাই হবে, যত্ন প্রিয় মুখে প্রিয় স্বাদ। ইয়ামি স্বাদে, ইয়ামি 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 স্বাদে পুষ্টির বাহার।
যার যেমন পছন্দ নিমিষেই তৈরি মজাদার বসুন্ধরা নুডলস। ইয়াম্মি স্বাদে পুষ্টির বাহার।
এর গোল্ডেন ফিন ও 3D এয়ার ফ্লো সিস্টেম ঘরকে মুহূর্তেই করে ঠান্ডা। ইনভার্টার কম্প্রেসর 10 বছরের রিপ্লেসমেন্ট ওয়ারেন্টি।
That is superbly played. Got underneath that and hit that for 4. That's a mile 11 circle champion shot.
At his best, Gunaratne. I've seen him do this not just in domestic cricket, seen him in South Africa, seen him winning games for Sri Lanka, in Australia, and here he is once again just displaying some of his attacking nature. Excellent shot, just waited for it. Goes again.
Might have a wicket. Yep, there it is. He's picked up a wicket, Shiraz.
Some consolation. For a moment I thought he got everything, he didn't. Mohammad Shiraz will be pleased. His last 2 overs so far have been quite good. 5 runs and a wicket. Gunaratne just not able to clear mid off.
Yeah, that's rewards, I think, for keeping concentrating, keeping running in, keeping trying. Picked up a wicket. Gunaratne's gone for 11, 194 for 5. Three balls left. Down the ground, didn't get all of that. It's just going to be a single.
I've enjoyed the way Mohammad Shiraz has bounced back here. He went the journey in his first 2 overs for sure, but he's done incredibly well, I think, in overs 18 and 20 so far. With 2 balls to go, he's certainly come back, learned from his mistakes, and has come back with some credit.
Well, if he can finish off well, all sins forgiven. He'll be remembered for a good last over.
150th game now for Prasanna. Nicely bowled. Hard to hit that for a boundary.
This has been an outstanding over. 7 runs and a wicket. And what a return by comparison. We've spoken about he going for 21 runs and another 17 in over number 2. But he's held his nerve.
Perspective before today, the average score batting first is 196, and that's where it's going to stay, as that was smothered in the end by Taylor. 196 is where they finish. 196 for 5. Bit of a chuckle there from Shahid Afridi. Terrific little smother off the edge. Might have played a bit of hockey in his youth.
Lots of applause for young Mohammad Shiraz. Held his nerve. Obviously, he would have been under a lot of pressure coming into the last 2 overs. And as you said, Hazy, 196 for 5. He will be very pleased.
Paul Brendan Taylor, very impressive, very good innings there. 51 of 35. Looked in very, very good touch.
I just think they might have lost their way a little bit towards the end. The last 5 overs or so, I think it cost them maybe 15, perhaps even 20 runs. It just means a couple of extra boundaries and then suddenly they're off and running. But wickets didn't help, I suppose. He doesn't look like he's top good. And also considering it was his first run this tournament as well. But it is a good total, 196 for 5. The problem that the Tuskers are going to have is they're going to have to bowl with the
Standing out, 51 of 35. Kusal Mendis would have liked to Gunaratne. And Kusal Pereira, 27 of 24 at the top.
So 95 runs scored off the last 10 overs. And that is the target that they need to achieve now. The Gaul Gladiators, 197 they need to get, and of course they've got 20 overs, but they've got to go just a shade under 10 runs the over.
ঘোলা উফ ঘোলা ঘোলা সব পরিষ্কার আরো পরিষ্কার
ভিশন টিভিতে আরো পরিষ্কার ছবি উপভোগ করতে 4K অ্যান্ড্রয়েড মডেলের সাথে আকাশ ডিটিএইচ কানেকশন একদম ফ্রি।
টাকাটা মোবাইলেই দাও, সাথে ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 20 টাকা।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকা দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
ভিশন রেফ্রিজারেটর, সব সময় সতেজ খাবার।
And that's the story. 196 for 5 was the Tuskers score. Taylor the top score with 51 off 35. Good stuff from Kushal Mendes, 49 off 30. And also Kamindu Mendes, 28 off 16 was quite handy, a little cameo. And the wickets, well, the pick of the bowlers, by the way, was Amir, 1 for 31 off his 4. And Sundakan, 2 wickets for 41. A little bit on the expensive side, but Shiraz got a bit of tap, but he came back really well, which was nice to see, and also picked up a wicket at the end. Okay, some boys alongside me, Russell Arnold and also Amir Sahal. Here's a look at the highlights.
Yeah, they started off in a flurry. Good bars as usual. And he was looking good. Hold out. Akila Dhananjay struck early. But then came a wonderful partnership between the two Kusals. They looked unstoppable, especially Mendes. Shiraz, as Hazeman mentioned, started off in awful fashion. No ball wide, sixes. Danushka Gunatilaka pulled out a beauty in the deep. Back-to-back wickets. Well, that's halted the Candy Tuskers from accelerating and taking that game away, and needed Brendan Taylor. A half century from him with some wonderful sweep shots to get them to a very competitive score.